Okay, here's part 2 of the study guide. Mr. Barnett argued with, or Mr. Tatum argued with Barnett about his bill. So this is cause effect. Listen to that, then ask what its effect was. So this was the cause. Oh, Mr. Tatum ended up getting tarred and feathered over this because Mr. Barnett honestly did overcharge him. He just didn't expect a black man to argue with him. TJ said he wanted the pearl-handled pistol. Well, then TJ wanted the pistol bad enough, so he did get talked into helping the Wallaces rob the store in the movie. In the book, it's actually the Simses. Okay. Big Mom was getting on in years, and she was worried about the land. She signed the land over to Uncle Hammer and Papa because as you get older, if you don't have a will or passed on your information or where things could go, Mr. Granger might be able to find some kind of way to get the land. TJ failed another test, so he ran to the Wall store and complained to everyone there, and Mr. Granger found out, and he used that as an excuse to fire Mama. Firing Mama reduced the Logan's income, and so that made it more possible that the bank could foreclose on the land, and the land could become Mr. Granger's again. The kids were terrorized by the white school bus. The kids get revenge on the bus, but when on a really, really rainy day, the kids ran from lunch and dug a gigantic hole in the road because it was a dirt road. The road it filled with water. So after school, they ran to watch from the woods where it was safe, and the bus drove into the puddle, not knowing how deep it was, and the bus got stuck. And then all the mean kids on the bus, had to walk home in the rain and jump through the water. Okay, what happened first? What are these things happening first? Oh, Miss Crocker whips the Logans. Little man gets dust on his new clothes. The bus runs Logans off the road. Okay, the bus happens first. Little man gets dirty. Miss Crocker whips them. What happens first? They get revenge on the bus. Cassie gets revenge on Lily and Jean. They get revenge on the bus first. Papa gets shot. TJ steals the gun. Mr. Barnett dies. Papa is shot earlier. The bullet grazed him when they were going to Strawberry. TJ actually steals the gun, and Mr. Barnett dies as a result of his injuries later during the robbery in which TJ steals the gun. Mama gets fired. There's a fight with TJ and Stacy. Uncle Hammer comes home to visit for Christmas. The fight with TJ and Stacy was first. Uncle Hammer comes home and Mama gets fired later. Mr. Granger calls in the loan. There's a giant fire. Cassie beats up Lily and Jean. Cassie beats up Lily and Jean. The loan gets called in a fire. And those happen kind of close together, except for the fire happens at the end, so it's not terribly important. Okay, what do these words mean? Precariously. I've crept precariously close to the porch. That means dangerously close? No, Stacy said unconvincingly. That means not in a convincing way, unsure. Papa and Uncle Hammer neither affirmed nor denied. Nor means these two words mean the opposite. So denied means the opposite of affirmed, so that can be confirmed or approved. Mrs. Crocker's voice droned on and on. That means it just never stopped. And Cassie's sarcastic, and she thinks Miss Crocker's boring. Cassie, leave him be, Stacy admonished. Admonish means to kind of yell at somebody or correct them, scold or punish. Here we go. These are colloquialisms. Mr. Berry was low sick. It means very sick. I hear tells. I heard a rumor. I'm going to wear you all out. Papa says that to them about whipping them with the strap if they go to the Wall store. He lit out of here. It means he ran away. Cassie, you cracked. Cassie, are you crazy? That's when she was carrying Lily and Jean's books. These two people have conflict. Explain the conflict. TJ and Mama. TJ doesn't study and wants to cheat. Mama's his teacher. Mr. Granger and the Logans. Mr. Granger wants that land back that the Logan grandpa bought years earlier from a carpetbagger. Mr. Granger wants that land back. TJ and Stacy. TJ is constantly taking advantage of Stacy with the cheating. And later on, you find out that TJ is very resentful of Stacy. He says, "You Logans think you're so special." The Logans own land, and they just have a little better life than the sharecroppers. And that's kind of the root of the problem between Stacy and TJ. Lily, Jean, and Cassie. Lily Jean is a mean kid, and she actually beats up on her brother for even associating with the Logans. Lily and Jean demands Cassie apologize for bumping into her on the sidewalk, and Cassie did apologize. Lily and Jean's dad came by and threw Cassie in the road. It was very humiliating. Jeremy Sims and Lily and Jean. They're brother and sister. Jeremy's a nice kid. He's friends with the Logans. Lily and Jean's his sister, and she's just mean. This is where the kids go to drink alcohol and dance and smoke. That's the Wallace store. Why was Mr. Tatum tarred and feathered? It goes back to this right here. All he did was ask about charges on his bill. Why did TJ tell the Wallaces that Mama got fired? TJ is so upset about failing another test. How did Cassie blackmail Lily and Jean? Cassie beat up Lily and Jean, but she blackmailed Lily and Jean because she pretended to be her friend for about a month. She collected all kinds of secrets, and some of the secrets were about how her mama drinks too much and how her brothers steal, and they're things, and about the boys that she likes at school. They're things that would have really humiliated Lily and Jean. Plus, Cassie's 9, and she beat up on a 13-year-old. So Lily and Jean does not tell on Cassie. How did Logans get revenge on the bus? They dug that big hole in the road.